Tom, aka Gedeon here for Star Frontiers Gamer. And previously I had done a video on tactics for the Assault Scout against a Sathar destroyer. I had simplified it down to just 2 Assault Scouts versus 1 destroyer. You're more than likely going to have 2 Assault Scouts, maybe supported by a frigate, against two Sathar destroyers as a scenario. So it was just a very pared down, and I used the basic damage rules to just keep it simple and simplify it. And people were asking, can you just do it with the advanced tails? We'll run it, because the funny thing was I had mapped out the maneuvers and done maps for presentation for the video, but I had not pre-rolled the damage. And when it came time, the Sathar destroyer just took the shot. Boom! First shot of the day was a lucky shot. Got one in on the Assault Scout. So that was kind of unexpected. You know, the gods of the dice just go against you sometimes. So we're going to actually try this out. Same exact ships, same exact maneuvers. We're just going to roll it on the damage table and see what happens throughout this this explanation. I will do less gas bagging about the actual tactics, because you kind of got that in the other video. So let's get to it. Here we have the first map. All the ships entered at a speed of 10, which dictates how fast or how slow they can go in the next turn. Now, I kind of mapped that out a little bit with these, pink lines here showing where the Sathar destroyer could theoretically end up on its next turn. Anywhere within that little pink area. The blue area, either for maximum acceleration or maximum deceleration. This is where the 2 Assault Scouts can basically end up on the next turn. So, that's because the acceleration, deceleration factor, you can accelerate by, let's just take a look at the ships. Your ADF is your acceleration, deceleration factor. So for the Assault Scouts, they can accelerate by 5 or decelerate by 5. So they will either be going a speed of 15 or a speed of 5 or anything in between. The Sathar destroyer has an acceleration deceleration factor of 3. So it can speed up to 13 or it can slow down to 7. And that's the maximal. Now, jumping back to the little slideshow here, we made a decision for the Sathar that they would be going a speed of 7. Excuse me. No, they accelerated by 3. So they traveled 13, trying to get as close as possible and see if they couldn't get a shot in with their forward fire weapons. This was actually a mistake for the Sathar. It should have slowed down, tried to hold the range open, and hope on the next turn that it could then maneuver and get a shot with its forward fire weapons. So the Sathar destroyer moved forward 13, and the Assault Scouts put the burn on for 15, and they accelerated all the way out to this blue line with their high speed. This yellow line here was showing a weapons envelope for the Assault Scout with its torpedo. So they're trying to stay outside of the torpedo's envelope here. But let's just roll the damage. This was the first turn, and the Sathar destroyer got to fire off its laser battery. And here's the problem. That's maximum range. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is 9 hexes between these ships. 9 times 5 is 45. So we're subtracting 45 from the laser battery. It has a 50% chance. So there's a 5% chance it can hit. So I've already set up the random number generator here. And, oh, we just rolled a 95. It was a miss. That roll was as bad as the first roll, and the other scenario was good. So no good for the destroyer. So we've got one assault scout firing at maximum range, 96. He misses. The other one, 99. He misses. I mean, that's like a fumble. We should actually, if I was game mastering this, I would say that not that the laser battery jammed, but maybe the tracking software needs to be rebooted, and they would lose their next shot. But that's how I would handle that if I was game mastering it. But if it's a game with no game master, that's not in the rules. So they want to land outside of the torpedoes window, and they do at this point. Now, the Sathar ship was non-moving, so it gets to shoot first, and we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to either of these. So knowing that he's going to try to turn and come behind, he's going to go ahead and target that blue one. So we said what? 5, that's 25 from 50. That means 25 percentage to hit. 55 is a miss. The assault scouts will return the favor. 72 and 67. No joy for anybody. And this is kind of what I was expecting in the original scenario, but there was some lucky shots. It wasn't going well for the assault scouts. So now it's the Sathar are going to get to maneuver. This was and I believe they slowed down to 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he doesn't have a lot of maneuverability that he's doing here. So he's going forward 1, 2, making a turn. I'm doing this rather than, I'm doing this trying desperately to get his forward fire laser cannon brought around. The torpedoes are not forward fire, but they are moving player. I think they're moving player on that. So he's trying to get around for the torpedoes to have a shot. And we are now 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's within range at 4 for the torpedo, and the laser battery can range. That's a 20 from 50 is 30% chance, but the assault scouts get to shoot first. So 1 assault scout and 26. That is a hit. Let's roll that damage. The damage table modifier is 0 for a laser battery. And we're going to roll on the damage table now, which is 53. Unmodified, it's drive hit, loss of an ADF. Well. That's not good for the Sathar. So here we are down at Vicious, and we are dropping their ADF. 2. Now, that's going to mess with my pre-mapped positions because I was just trying to recycle the maps, and I really didn't expect an ADF hit like that, but we'll fudge this. That will make it even easier for the assault scouts. Now, the Vicious gets to fire back, so we're going to be firing the laser battery and the torp, one of the torps. So here's the laser battery. 83 is a miss. And let's look up the torp. We need a 50. There's no range differential. Now, there is the Assault Scout will have invoked its maneuver, its special evasion ability that it has against torpedoes. Now, the Assault Scout would automatically invoke its evasion ability against torpedoes. That is 5% times the ADF available to the Assault Scout. That would be 25 subtracted from 50 right here. Against reflective hull, it's a 50 for the torpedo, so that's 25%. And we actually rolled a 19. So that torpedo is going to hit, but the Assault Scout is going to have to do its evasion maneuvers during its movement. So that will be the same as what we did in the previous scenario. So we're going to roll the torpedo, which is 4d10 with a damage table modifier of -10. And that's going to, where are we here? 3 minus 10. This is not going to be good. So we have a 3 minus 10 takes us into this negative. It's double normal damage, hull damage. So that torpedo just incinerated one of the Assault Scouts, and that would be the one that will do the evasive maneuvering. So we're going to ignore, on these maps, the Assault Scout that does all the jinking around here. And so that's this, that'll be this red one here. Oh, excuse me. No, the red one does this nice sweeping turn and comes in behind the destroyer. The blue one is the one that's destroyed. It's done all, it's turned, and it's turned, and then it goes straight for the rest of its movement. And it did all of this so it could end up behind here, and it would easily slot in behind this destroyer, and the destroyer would never been able to outturn them and bring his more potent weapons to bear. So at this point, the destroyer gets to shoot with its laser battery. The Assault Scout gets to shoot with its laser battery and its assault rocket. So let's go to the table for that. And let's count down the range. -15 for range diffusion. So -15 from 50 is 35. And the assault rocket has a 60% chance to hit. So this is destroyer shooting its laser battery. It gets a 90, clean miss. The Assault Scout is shooting its laser battery for 35. 46 is a miss. But now the assault rocket is a 9. And the assault rocket is a -10 on the damage table. 93, so that'll be an 83. Let's go consult the table. And 83 is defensive hit. ICM masking screen hit. Well, let's get to the ship cards. I didn't actually handwrite it in here. We have MS, and it would have been ×2. It is now ×1 due to the masking screen hit. So moving back, the next tile is the Southar has 2 choices here. That's with its original ADF. Its choices are much more limited at this point. It can make one turn and then go no, its acceleration is more limited. So it actually would end up here, or it would end up here. And the Assault Scout has more than enough ADF to burn to slot in wherever it wants to be behind the Sathar ship. But uh, when it ends up here, it's going to be out of range for the torpedo. And when it ends up here, it'll be out of range for the torpedo on this assault scout. The assault scout will be able to slow down and maneuver to match its positioning. And we see that here. So whichever way it goes, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Range of 8. So 8 times 5 is 40. There's a 10% chance to hit with the laser batteries. Go ahead and roll those out. So this is the assault scout missing. Oh, the destroyer got a lucky hit. Look at that. There's no damage table modifier, so let's just go to let's roll on the table, dummy. Here we go, 87. And an 87 is combat control system, -10 to all attacks. Let's add that to the ship card. -10. And he's down to 2 assault rockets. Wherever the frigate ended up, the assault scout will be able to come in behind. He doesn't need to be this close. He could be sitting out here at 40, but it's actually probably better that he's coming in a little bit closer because he's now got a -10 added. The assault scout moved, so it's the destroyer rolling first with a 15, so it's 35%, and he misses. The assault scout returns the favor and misses, but the assault rocket's going to hit. And that will be a 75 minus 10 is 65 on the table. Consult the table. Weapons hit. So we got to randomly determine between the laser cannon, the torpedo, or the laser battery. Let's roll a D3. So we'll just go in order that the way they are on the table, and I'm rolling between 1 and 3. It's a 1. It's the laser cannon, which I could totally nullify. I really wanted the laser battery. Let's change that back to 100. Let me say, I really wanted the laser battery as the assault scout player. All right, laser cannon is gone. And the torp ammunition is down to 1, not 2. So the way this will now play out is it's going to be, can the we need to tick off one more assault rocket ammo. So he's down to 1 assault rocket and his laser battery for the assault scout. But he's got -10 to all attacks. He might actually decide to close within 1 hex of the Sathar destroyer and hope for a lucky shot on his part. After he fires this rocket, it's going to be catch as catch can. Who gets the shots in with the laser batteries? From this point forward, there's nothing the Sathar destroyer can do to turn around and get a shot on the assault scout. No matter what he does, if he slows down, speeds up, he's going to end up out here in front of the assault scout. The assault scout will match his maneuvers because he's got higher ADF and he's got higher MR. So he can always match the destroyer It's just going to come down to a duel of after this next shot, it will come down to a duel of laser batteries. So let's run that simulation out. We don't even really have to move the figures. We just declare how far the assault scout wants to end up. You're going to end up. So let's say I think he went 8 last time, or he went 7 last time. So you slow down to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's say he turned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right up here in this location, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 range diffusion's 40 again. And so 40 from 50. He's got a 10% chance. The assault scout has no chance unless, we can just roll it for an 01, 02, 03, which are automatic hits. So here's the assault scout. Got an 02. You're kidding me. Here's the destroyer. He misses. Let's roll for the damage table, which is a 32. And a 32 on the table is hull damage. So let's roll a d10. Change that to a 10. We got a 9. Let's go back and modify the ship card. So 41. All points. The assault scout will move again, and let's say he comes in. Right, what did we say? He moved a 7, so he was going 5. If he slows down, it'll be 3. So if with maximum slowdown, the torp would be able to shoot on him at the end. It's a moving player only weapon, so he's not going to get any closer than this. He's just going to hold the range open. So he moves. He takes his shot after the destroyer, and in here. So 50 minus 15 for range diffusion is 35. He gets an 8. So 93. That can't be good. 93 unmodified navigation hit, lose maneuvering control. Well, that just changed the battle. You know what we forgot? DCR. So what turn was that? That was 1, 2, 3. Last turn. We need to back this up. So at this point, this is a really lucky shot for the destroyer. The assault scout has lost maneuvering control. It can accelerate, and it probably should just put the burn on and just get out. The destroyer has diminished acceleration. We forgot to do DCR, which would have been damage control. Your damage control rating, it's 50 for the assault scouts, and it's 75 for the destroyer. So I think the assault scout would have put that 50 DCR to its minus 10, and I think the destroyer would have tried to fix the ADF issue it was having. So let's go ahead and do that. That would have happened at the end of the third turn. It's every third turn. So this is the assault scout, 47. It fixed its firing problem. And here's the destroyer, 78. It did not fix its ADF. So it'll get another shot in 3 turns with the ADF. Now, this is the situation that would have resulted from the from it. The assault scout no longer has the minus 10. The destroyer did get the lucky shot. It's got the assault scout's got a maneuverability rating of 0. now until it's fixed. So let's roll the shots for the Assault Scout to finish out this combat turn. At 15, range diffusion, it's a 35 with the laser battery. 36, just misses. Too bad. So close. And a 60 with the assault rocket, and that's a 9. Let's roll on the damage table. It's 84 minus 10 is 74. And a 74 is power short circuit, lose all screens and ICMs. It's a non-hit, effectively, for this destroyer. So, no change. Let's say, so he's got to figure this guy's got to pour on the speed. His last speed was a 7, because he would have just matched everything the destroyer did. So a 7 plus 5 is going to be a 12. So this destroyer has to figure that this guy is going to end up 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the destroyer was going a speed of 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to end up here at a range of 10, a range of 2 from the, and he'll be behind this Assault Scout at the next, when the Assault Scout finishes moving. So he will move forward 5, so 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No shooting. But then the Assault Scout moves, cannot maneuver, must go straight, and he ends up 2 hexes in front of the destroyer. The Assault Scout gets to shoot. He's only got his laser battery left. With range diffusion, that is a clear miss. The laser battery is a 50 with range diffusion. You get an 11, and the torpedo is a 50. That's a miss. So the laser battery gets a shot. I mean, this was a prime chance for the, let's roll the damage as a 64 on the damage table. This was a prime chance for this destroyer to absolutely gut this ship. They got a 64, which is laser battery hit, or it could be on the assault rocket, which is empty. So let's randomize that, see what happens here. 2, assault rocket, which happens to be empty. So the laser battery will get to continue firing while they pour on the speed. This combat's effectively over. The Assault Scout is out here 2 hexes in front. He's going to accelerate as much as he can. He'll get another shot in, I think. He's out of torpedo ammunition. So it's going to be a horse race to see if the Assault Scout can get out of range, but it's going to pour on all its speed that it has. So it's already going 13. It'll be going 18. If it survives the next round, it'll open up the range too much. The destroyer is just not going to be able to catch it at that point. So they will oot scoot and boogie and then do repairs and see what happens. So that is how this played out. But again, the tactics are sound for the Assault Scout. Get in behind the destroyer, nullify its weaponry that you can nullify either by staying outside of the range of the torpedoes, by nullifying the forward fire weapons like the laser cannon and any other cannon grade weapons that other classes of Cathar destroyer might be carrying. So, and again, Assault Scouts are fragile, but these are the tactics that will work, that give them a shot at taking down a big hull size 6 ship like this. So that's how the game played out. A little differently, almost the same effect, almost the same, effects. You had an assault scout destroyed. The red assault scout's got to endure one more round of being shot at by lasers, and it's going to just be pouring on the speed and boogieing out. So that's how the game played out with the advanced table rules. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching my video. This is Tom for Star Frontiers Gamer, and I will see you in the frontier.